crossing them, and it's unlikely to pay a price anytime soon.
I've got to just interrupt because we have this news conference taking place in the Ministry of Finance. We can get over and have a listen to what the Foreign Minister is at the moment saying, or his spokesman. And here you go, Majid Al-Ansari there.
Seen as terrorism, this has targeted the headquarters or the political office of Hamas during the negotiations. The security forces and civil defense went directly under the directives of His Highness the Emir to address the situation that happened, the attack that took place on 3:46 p.m. and taking care of all those who died or were injured during this attack. We also took all the measures in order to contain the situation. In this regard, we present and express our sincere condolences to the martyr Saad al-Dusri, who died during his while he was carrying out his duties in this event. We also pray that all those who died or has been killed will be in the paradise. The state of Qatar is committed to act in a decisive way with anything that would target its territories, and will reserve the right to retaliate and will take all the needed measures to retaliate. And under the directives of His Highness the Emir, the security of the citizens and the residents is our top priority. And based on that, as of tomorrow, God willing, we will review all the policies and the directives in order to deter such actions and measures in the future so that it cannot happen again. And this will be also the committee will be headed by State Minister Mohammed al-Khalifi, who will take all the needed measures in order to retaliate and to respond to this attack, against this attack. The Israeli attack that took place today in the state of Qatar, we can only call it as state terrorism that is being exerted by someone like Netanyahu, given his attempts and his policies as he tries to threaten the regional security. This is only a clear message to the whole region, and this message says that there is one player, and there's also a disrespect to all the policies and also a violation to the sovereignty of all the countries and the states. Netanyahu said himself that he will reshape the Middle East. Does he mean that he's also going to reshape the Gulf region? I think that we have reached a decisive moment. There should be a retaliation from the whole region in the face of those barbaric actions that only reflects one thing. It reflects the barbarism of this person that is leading the region to, unfortunately, to a point where we cannot address any situation and we cannot repair anything and we cannot work within the frameworks of international laws. He just violates all those international laws. This attack, the targeting was beyond and violating not only international laws but only all morals. We are talking about a mediator state that is hosting formal negotiations in a formal and official mediation, and hosting with a delegation from a state that is sending missiles and rockets against another group of a delegation from another state that they are supposed to negotiate with. How can this be morally accepted? We can only call this as treatness, and to be cheated on or to be treated in this way and coming from such a person is not surprising. However, this is a systematic behavior coming from a person that is claiming or alleging that they want to stabilize the region, but what he's doing is only destabilizing the region for his own and personal goals. During the last days, The negotiations were ongoing, and it was on track upon the request of the American or the U.S. side, as we were deciding on reviewing the final paper that was received from the U.S. side. And despite this, and despite that Israel was sending their delegation, they worked on not keeping any possibility to reach any deal. Is there any clearer message that the world needs to understand who is closing and shutting the door of peace? Does the international community need any other messages to know who's the bully in the region? The history will record this event, and the international laws should take such incident into consideration. Because working on violating the sovereignty of states without any respect and in a reckless manner, this is something that we should take into consideration, and we should take all the needed measures to counter such behavior. We have worked and open challenge with all the friendly and sisterly countries in order to take all the needed measures and to address this attack. And God willing, we will announce all the steps and measures that we will take in the upcoming days. Thank you.